Hello. Today is Monday. Karibu 9 o'clock my time. And I want to talk a little bit about Mzunguko. The next rotation is starting on August 28. And I hope those who are with us gonna refer me some more clients. Last rotation we had 158 participants. I think a couple dropped off. That gave us 156. And this time around, I'm hoping we're gonna have a more 250 or more, 250 participants or more. I'm not sure. I depend on the old clients to refer new clients, and that's how we've been growing through referrals. Those who are new to Wazalendo, let me give you a little bit background history regarding Mzunguko and how we came up with the Mzunguko. Obviously, having a chama is not a new thing. Chama zimekuwa for a long time. Kutoka manyanya zetu na huko mbele, they always had chama. But for Wazalendo to incorporate chama in its business practices, it came from 2 years of straight losses. When we first started Wazalendo in 2016, we lost a lot. We lost 180K. Then the following year, 2017, we lost 330K. And 2017, we lost 330K. And in 2018, we decided to do things differently. Mimi kama mwanabiashara, I sat down and that is the reason we don't advertise. When we started Wazalendo, we started through advertisement. You understand? Tukaanza that idea with a handful. We started that idea with a handful of my childhood friends. It went good. Nikaona they're not giving me enough, so I decided to branch out, to reach out to other people who are total strangers to me. So where did we go? We went on Facebook. We advertised our business. Kila mtu akakuja. A lot of people came, but they used to borrow and run away, borrow and run away. So kila mwezi tunapatiana deni at the end of the month when we expecting people to make payments. They vanish to the thin air. So we lost. The first year we lost 180. Second year 330. And the third year we decided to do things differently, and that's how I decided to incorporate Mzunguko into our business practices. And since we in the course of these losses, tulikuwa tunapoteza huge amounts. But hata kama kulikuwa na watu wabaya, there was a few who were good. I had gotten to a point I almost gave up. But because I had a few good people, I did not want to disappoint those few good people. So I decided, kuna machama. How about if we incorporate, Mzunguko, which obviously is a chama, into our practices. Mtu akiparticipate in this chama anaguaranteewa this amount of loan, the other chama this amount of loan, because that's how we started. You participate in this this category, you get a certain amount of loan. We don't do that no more because now our loan amounts have increased. The only thing you need to prove with the Wazalendo is like you mean good to us. That's the only thing you have to prove. Other than that, hizi zingine zitakuja. Nani unibera? Wacha udaku bera. Wacha udaku. And I saw a notification on Yikiak. Yikiak is our chat platform. Tunaongeaga nonsense, and that notification kind of drew me off. Yeah, so that's how Mzunguko started. It started as a tool to safeguard our financial losses. Mimi hapa ngambo uwaga we have our own little chama. Tuna watu 11 and we've been doing it now for a year. We've been doing it now for a year. Tuna watu 11. Each individual anatoa 1000 zake 10 mwisho wa mwezi. Each individual 1000 zake 10 mwisho wa mwezi. Each individual 1000 zake 10 mwisho wa mwezi. Me, I volunteered to receive last. Justaki ku receive and nina vitu mingi sana zinahitaji pesa zangu, then nitumie pesa za wenyewe, then I'm back in the home. So we are 11 people. So watu 10 wakikupatia, huyu akupatia 10,000, huyu mwingine 10,000, mwingine 10,000, and we give every month. Every month we give. Every month. The first Tuesday of every month we give. The first Tuesday of every month we have to give 10,000. Huyu akikupatia, yule mwingine akupatia, we are 11 all together. Si watu 10 watakupatia. Ukipawa na watu 10, sio ni 100,000. That's 10 million Kenya shillings, you know. Watu 10 wanakupatia, boom. Then just like chama, na wewe next month utapatia, the next month utapatia. It kind of helps out. Me, I love it. I love it. Totally love it, because inaniakaga on toes so that not to misuse my money, because I know, okay, I take it as a bill. Hapa nina bill ya 10,000 I need to pay on the first Tuesday of every month. So I myself also have a chama. I'm not the organizer. I'm of that chama. But we all friends. Your friends and colleagues. Yeah. So every month I have to pay 10K. Every month I have to pay 10K. And to me, it gives me financial discipline that I have. Juu mahitaji zangu za pesa ni mingi. Sometimes I find myself misusing, you know, just misusing. But nikiona hizo projects zinanifanya, okay, hapa inahitajikana, ingine inahitajikana, so I have nothing to misuse. I have nothing left over to misuse. Yeah. And I just wanted to touch upon that. So tuka incorporate Mzunguko in our chama. Remember, the first year we lost 180, the second year we lost 330. Now we are in the third year, which is 2018. We incorporated Mzunguko. 2018, we didn't make any money. Wazalendo never made any money. And at the same time, we did not lose any money. What happened was we gained a little and we lost a little. So wale walitoroka, I think we lost almost 300K, but our profits zilikuwa mingi, so they kind of even everything out. So we broke even. We broke even juu kama tulilose 1,300 na tukatengeneza 1,300, that means we didn't make anything and we didn't lose anything. We broke even. And in 2018, I think that's when Paul defaulted on my 100,000 in 2018. Na kuna kamonda dada kengine Kamkora, I forgot her name, Kamkora. She defaulted herself too. She defaulted on 150K. She had built her name. Huyo mwanadada, wachana na Paul alikuwa kataa. Akasema, nakuja nataka kumuona mom, sijakaa poa. Nikopeshe the 100K. Nikifika, you know, nitafanya A, B and C. You know, unajua sisi watu wa diaspora tuna investments hapa na pale. Nitafanya A, B and C, nitakupatia pesa zako. So I thought he was cash strapped at that time moment, but kuna pesa zake pahali atafungua, which is always the case. Ukiwa na investment, sometimes you have to wait for your investments to mature. So Paul nikampatia, I went to school with him. Nikampatia, akatoroka nazo. Hata sasa ukimwangalia na mtu bonoko, you know, kama alikula kazishuta. Kuna makarera nje. Some people are doing some other businesses. This is a business area. Ni kama alikula kazishuta zikaisha. Hata ukamwangalia uwaga, hata tumbo yake inakaa mtu anakwashioko. That's how bad it is. And I'll get to why why hata ukiiba pesa za mtu huwagazi kusaidii. It's like ni kama it's divine. Hizo pesa huwagazi kusaidii. Like in 2016 when we first started, watu wakaniibia. Around that time you could not get 10k loan from us. There is no way you could have gotten 10k loan from us. Tuka tunapatiana 5k, then you have to stay a certain period of time before tukupatie 10k. So what happened, people used to make name for themselves. They wanakipata hiyo 5k wezi wanatoroka juu ni wezi, you know. But somebody like Paul, because I knew him from my childhood, na tulienda shule pamoja, so nikampatia 100k juu hizo vitu zake alikuwa anataka kuja kufanya mama yake, you know. Tulikuwa tumeongea, kaniambia ABC and Z, this, that and the other. Mimi sikuwa na shida, nikapatia 100k and I needed my money back. Then he vanished. Namuonaga kwa mtandao anauza tu fruits kwa njia, you know, poorest of the poor. Then I had that other woman. I think her name was Jacqueline or Jackie. She was a total stranger to me, but she had made her name to herself. Alikuwa analipa deni zake vizuri sana. Then kaniambia she has a project. Nikamkopesha pesa. She vanished. All I remember, I think her name was Jacqueline, and she had a boyfriend by the name Patrick Hoech. That's the most I remember about her. But anyway, alinipanga kama ngunia za mananasi. Akapata 150k from me and decided it's time to say sayonara, and she vanished. So in 2018, we did not make or lose money, we broke even. And na tulipoteza na watu watatu. And the three people we lost with, they had a lot of money. They had borrowed from us a lot of money. So to me, I realized Mzunguko is working. It's work. The intent of us having Mzunguko, the intent of us incorporating Mzunguko in our business practices showed that we are getting good people and it's working. And that's when we stopped advertising. We stopped advertising. I used to advertise on Facebook the first year and the second year. Then I quit advertising altogether. I do not advertise Wazalendo. We rely upon you guys, you good people, to bring us good people. Juu mtu mzuri, birds of a feather fly together. Mtu mzuri atakuletea mtu mzuri, mwizi atakuletea mwizi. And that's what I experienced na wao wezi. Walikuwa wanakuja wanaiba 5k, wanaambia wenzi wezao, enda kwa hapa, wanakuja, they pretend to be good, wakifika 5k na wao wanaiba, wanatoroka. And it was a trend. So after we incorporated Mzunguko, I realized in 2018 only 3 people defaulted, but unfortunately they had huge amount of loans and they defaulted. So it took away everything else we was getting from the other little big fishes, you know. So in 2018 I did not advertise. I started getting referral from the good people. But like I said, birds of a feather fly together. Watu wazuri watakuletea watu wazuri, mwizi atakuletea mwizi. Na mwizi aking'oka ameng'oka. Na mwizi sasa akileta mwingine, huyo mwizi mwingine asikie, now you have to participate in Mzunguko. That is not in their best interest. So it kind of deterred these fucking crooks, you know. I can't even call them crooks. Crooks is somebody who's like a mastermind. These are petty thieves, you know. A basket of deplorables. That's what I used to call them. Basket of deplorables. Anyway, Mzunguko started deterring the would-be thieves coming to us. 2019 tukaingia. 2018 we broke even thanks to Mzunguko. 2019 ikaingia. 2019 we made money. We did not make a huge profit because our loans don't have a huge interest rate. But at least we made money, and I was happy about Mzunguko. You know, we made a few dollars, and I was happy. It's working. Just the fact that it was working, that was good to me, because I was tired already of losing. Nobody can have a business you losing every year in, year out, year in. It's gonna tank. It's gonna tank at the end of the, whatever, when your money runs out, because I don't have an endless source of income, or supply of cash. Hata mimi Norman is an island. Hata mimi nina limit. I can only afford so much. So the fact it was working in 2019, we made a few dollars, and the fact that it was working, it was good for me. And because it started working, what happened is it had a positive effect. Sasa tuseme mfuko yangu nilikuwa natoa like 20% of what I have. Now because it's working, I started giving out like 80% of my financial capability. Our loan amount went up. Tukaacha hii biashara ya pesa ndogo ndogo 1,000 tukaacha hiyo biashara, and I started giving out significant loans because the system is working. So I credit Mzunguko for everything. Totally credit Mzunguko for everything. 2019 we made a few dollars, and I was happy the program is working. 2020 tukaingia, corona came to our shores. Hiyo nayo ikatuchapa kiboko. With corona ipofika, nobody knew what is going to happen. I think I have a customer. Nobody knew what is going to happen. No, she went. Nobody knew what is going to happen. So with corona, I temporarily suspended all the payments. Nikaambia watu, because everybody is dealing with corona in their own different ways. Na mimi, it had affected me in the beginning, juu needs zangu za pesa ni mingi, and my source of income nilikuwa nimesimamisha job na gava iko imeanza kutupatia pesa. So I was struggling. If I tell you December 2020, I think I only had 20,000 US dollars in my bank, and that was it. Now 20 is not enough for me. I need more. Juni na mabiashara mingi. I only had 20. I wasn't doing good in December. Nilikuwa nimetumia pesa zangu zote, but ni corona na silipi kuna watu walinilipi because rent sikuwa nalipwa. I had already suspended my rentals na kawaambia wasilipe for 90 days. I had already suspended wazalendo payments, but Mzunguko never stopped. I never suspended Mzunguko. I told everybody, don't bother paying me the loan amount you are supposed to pay every month. But Mzunguko, we have to continue with it. We continue throughout corona. We continue with Mzunguko, but with me not accepting any payments or not getting paid because I had temporarily suspended them, I stopped giving out loans. Sikupatiana pesa. In 2020, in the beginning, I think I resumed giving out money around June, July, August, 2020. Sikupatiana pesa. I can't even remember, but I stopped giving out loans, but I stopped accepting payments. Nikawambia, haja yako na watoto wako na nyumba yako, it's more important than mine. So don't worry about my payment. Sisi tutarudi tukiona vile kutaenda, because nobody knew how it's gonna go. So 2020, we lost in 2020, but we didn't lose because people didn't want to pay. We lost because of corona. If I, let's say, for example, every month, I receive, every month. What about G?
Okay. He took off earlier, came back right now, the hammer was almost all the way off the trailer.
Who?
The wood busted.
He just took off?
Right? He took off the hammer. So,
Did you tell him yes or no?
we put it on a smaller wood row. Bring wood, he says, and I gave him like some shitty wood. Back, I guess the wood cracked, changed that loose, and the hammer was on the edge of the fucking trailer. It had it on my chair. Strapped it together. Putting the 4 chains on it, and he said, take it slow, I gave him better wood.
I'm making a YouTube video. You want to be on the YouTube video? Come on, Max.
Nah.
Just say hello. Come on. Just say hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you better tell that motherfucker to drive slow. That's a lot of money he's calling. Does he know?
I told him take it easy heavy. It's cruise ship.
It's heavy and it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think he was, I mean, I took pictures of it left and it was strapped pretty good, so. I mean, I'm not responsible for it. I don't know whatever.
Did you tell Horatio?
I didn't tell him anything.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. He better not fuck up.
Kind of video you making.
Oh, just YouTube videos for my business in Kenya.
So, what in?
Yeah, still recording. Give them a message.
Wazalando.
Wazalendo.
Wazalando.
Yeah. That is one of my friends. His name is Max. And he's one of my partners too. We tunafanya ama biashara. Ana biashara mob sana. I kind of broker his breakers. So inanipatia pesa to broker his breakers. He's a good friend of mine. A very good friend of mine. So in 2020, I temporarily stopped accepting payments. And I temporarily stopped accepting payments, and we lost, but we didn't lose because people were bad to us. No, that's not the case. We lost because Corona affected the economy as a whole, you know. So then towards the end, we ended up resuming the business, resuming back to normal in 2020. Now we're in 2021. Now something happened in 2020. In 2020, we increased in categories. When we first started, the highest category in Mzunguko was before Corona came was 1,500. In 2020, before Corona came, we increased Mzunguko to 2,500 and 3,079, and I had made promises. That's the only reason I did not suspend Mzunguko, because I had already made promises and people were committed, and I didn't want to lose those commitments, you know. So now come to 2021. We are in 2021. Mzunguko is doing well. Like I said, the last rotation we had 158 people. 2 of them left for personal reasons. We are left with 156. Out of these 156, 23 participants are in Sapphire. And if you know Sapphire is a huge commitment. Elfu tatu kila wiki, 3,079 every week. 3,079 every week. That's a huge commitment. That shows every month you're giving me 12,000 and something. 12,000 and something, because it's that is 79 times 4, 12,000 and something. Now we are going to our next rotation. The next rotation is the final one this year, and that is August 28. And that's where I need Maxine. She paid her Mzunguko. Sorry, Nick, the notification are kind of distracting me. And that's why I urge everybody, because I told you, birds of a feather, they fly together. Now in Wazalendo, I have good people. I don't think I have somebody who's bad, because if I know you are bad, then I won't do business with you. So that's why I'm urging everybody to refer the people they want to be part of Wazalendo, because next year, 2022, we are not going to be accepting any more new people. And like I had explained before, most of my money is going towards boda inanipeleka mbio kabisa. It's a good franchise. I don't have investors, so I'm the only. It depends on me, like 100%. I do not have investors. Unaona huyo jamaa alikuwa hapa anaitwa Max. I tried to get him to invest, lakini anaona pesa ziko mbali and they taking too long. Na if he invest that kind of money hapa, zitamzalia pesa mingi, you get, compared to what zinamzalia tukienda nyumbani. So he wasn't interested. So I do not have investors. So everything depends on me. And I don't blame him. Hizi pesa mimi waga na invest nyumbani, au waga zinizali zile pesa I truly deserve to receive. But because mimi nataka kuinvest vitu zitanisimamia when my retirement comes. My retirement is 11 years away. When my retirement comes, so that's why I put up with it, because I'm establishing something that's gonna be there for me when that time comes. So I urge everybody who is part of Wazalendo, who participates in Mzunguko, to refer at least one person. Hata ukipata watatu ni vizuri, but at least one person to Mzunguko juu 2022 tunafunga. Like this morning, I did calculations yesterday. This morning, Ruth runs my boda franchise. Leo asubuhi, my time, tuko tunafanya calculations. For me to get where I want to be in boda franchise, for me to get where I want to be, I have to be receiving boda payment every week of 1.07 every week, 1.07 every week, so that we can be able to be financing one boda a day, one boda, and that is just in Kitui. Now fanya hesabu uone, that's a huge commitment. Pesa zangu zitakuwa zimeinuliwa zote. I don't even have a breathing room. If I had investors, it would give me some kind of a financial relief, but I don't. Sasa the only things getting affected ni mimi taking on new Wazalendo, the regular on part of it, clients. So sitachukua watu wapya, nitaenda nao tu tuko nao for maybe 1 year or 2 before the boda franchise stabilizes. Juu inahitaji pesa mingi, demands ziko, and I want to fulfill them. You know, I'm a businessman. Actually, I consider myself an entrepreneur, but I'm a more na biashara. The demand is there. Kitu hakuna ni pesa, but the demand is there. Kitu hakuna ni pesa. So what do? We have to calibrate the little we have to make sure it doesn't affect Wazalendo, their own part, and we are still growing at a certain rate. Just staki kuwa stagnant. I don't like the business of being stagnant. Ni kama kuanzisha mjengo, unajenga foundation, then inalala mwaka mzima utafute pesa. That I'll never do. I never do. Biashara zangu azifanyagu hivyo, buildings zangu zile nimejenga hazijawahi jengwa hivyo. If I start a project, I want to make sure I finish the project. So instead of me taking on new Wazalendo client, mi nitaenda na wale niko nao, and that's why I'm telling everybody who is part of Mzunguko, leta wale watu unataka Wazalendo, ili nijipange mapema, nijue budget yangu ni hii na hii ingine ya boda ni hii. So those are the two competing interests, you know, that are seeking a lot of money. You know, the two competing interests that are seeking a lot of money. Other than that, I appreciate everybody and thank you for watching. I think nimesema ile yote nilikuwa nataka kusema. Kuna kitu nimeacha. I'll say the history of Wazalendo. I mean Mzunguko. The categories. Sikusema categories. They are on our website. mkopo.org. The categories are there, ni mingi. And in 2022 the amounts zitabadilika. So whatever you have there right now, by 2022 the amounts will change. Because we are not going to be taking new people in 2022. The amount zitabadilika so that we can be able to stabilize kila kitu. And nimesema sikusema categories by there in our website. Nini ingine imeachwa? I don't see anything else that is left. I don't see anything else that is left. That's it about our chama. Our chama came for a reason, and if you're new to us, just know, rest assured, once you participate in our chama, you'll be making the right decision. Wazalendo hasn't disappointed. We do not disappoint. Mimi, I'm the kind of a person who, if I tell you something, I'm telling you something that I know I'm gonna be able to do. I'm not gonna appease you with sweet words and then disappoint you towards the end. No, that's not what I'm more about. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, trust you me, it's gonna be done. And that's how I've been. Other than that, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your support. It's totally appreciated. Bye bye. See you on the next one.